very involved in sports. I do netball, basketball, and that's how I actually met Tania. Through, about 30 years ago I met Tania, so now, we're just an old bag now, so... Really. So we go to the Australian Deaf Games, like Elizabeth here, and not Robert here. He didn't do any sport at all, but he was involved in basketball for a little bit of time. So yes, and now to Tania, who's born deaf. And my family is hearing as well. My family is hearing. I'm the only deaf person. I was brought up, and the communication was very hard with my family because my family were always talking, and I had no idea what they were saying. And I'd say, "What are you saying? What are you saying? Oh, don't worry about it. It's not worth it." So it made it very hard. So finally, when I have, meet my deaf friends, we have a culture, our deaf culture. We went to school. I went to a Catholic school with the nuns, and do I look like I was a good girl? No, always in trouble with the nuns, always. And but I loved that school. I really did. It was a boarding school, and I was a boarder. And I'll give you a little bit of a funny story of what happened to me when the nuns, when I used to make my bed, and I'd go into the bed and I'd go underneath the bed, and they'd get such a fright because I'd be underneath the bed while they were making it, and then I'd give them a fright. So it was a great school, which was really great. It was the best school I ever had. And then when my father passed away, we moved up here to Brisbane, and then we went to the Queensland Deaf School. It was very, very different. So I went to the Catholic school, and coming down to the state school, there was a little bit of a difference there, and it's probably the government education of the deaf people, it was just great, there was lots of deaf people, there was at least boys, and I'd never seen boys before, or deaf boys, because mine was a Catholic school, it was only girls, it was all girls. So to see these deaf boys there, so that was great to see that, and now, I'm now deaf, I've been at deaf school for a year. It didn't really suit her. She was too good. And I'm just saying, a bit of a big head there. I was put into a hearing school. And then that was really hard. The communication with the hearing people was very hard. So there was some deaf that were there that I could talk to, and then they used to smack my hands and say you couldn't sign. I had to use, lip pads and all that. So that was very hard. So now I'm happy to teach you all in the Auslan school so you can actually communicate with all hearing people, can communicate with deaf people. Sometimes when I go to hearing people and I go to communicate, there's always this communication breakdown. So sometimes I give up and I just go home. So, and I don't like it, and I think I love to communicate with hearing people, and I understand that you don't know how to sign, and it's nerve-wracking, and I'm happy to teach the signing, It's not too serious, it's just for fun, so I'm happy to do that. And just another thing, Auslan is what we call the Australian Sign Language, which is the Australian Sign Language. Sign Language, thank you. Australian Sign Language. I'm just having a line behind there. So it's AUSAUSLAN. Sign Language. Australian Sign Language. I'm sorry, I did no good this afternoon. I was having a So it means that, it's our deaf language, and it's, has a very good grammatical structure. It has its own grammatical structure. It's a very rich language. For example, hearing people might say, we're having a conversation, and in English you would say, what is your name? And in sign language, we don't do that. That it's time, it's very too tiring. Hi, your name is what? TW, Tania Wilson, and it's really important. Facial expression is a very important part of our language. It's the same, you can understand, you can see my facial expression there to acknowledge that I can understand, and when I don't understand, you can see all those different facial expressions in body language, so you will learn that in the Auslan. So it's very good, it's lots of fun. And same like I was just saying today, our cupping is this way as opposed to cupping. That makes deaf people really appreciate, because you can see it's more visual, as I said. Okay, well, would some of you like to ask some questions? Are there any questions that people would like to ask? Would you like to?
Yes, I'd like to ask.
Can you just hold this one?
I'd like to ask Tania, how did she get so cheeky in her old age?
Probably learned it from you, Georgia. No, she's always been like that. Always.
She has.
I know.
Always. I've got the photos there. She's always just that cheeky person.
I know. Tania?
Sorry.
Yeah, as a child, she used to go and run up a tree. I'm Tania's housemate, so I've put up with it for a while. And she was telling me a story about when her mother, of her mother hearing, she would go and hide up a tree and she'd be looking everywhere for Tania. Tania would be sitting there just pointing and laughing and never would let her know where she was. An example.
Not long ago when we were playing basketball and we went to a basketball camp. It was just a training camp and we were, it was all finished. We were going home on the Sunday and you need to be responsible for cleaning up the cabins. So I was cleaning up and doing the cleaning away and vacuuming and doing that all cleaning. I was picking up. I'd come all the way for 10 minutes and I was vacuuming and Tania had already pulled out the plug, so I was vacuuming. So I was very frustrated.
And Tania was coming over to the house every now and again to teach me a little bit about signing, and by the next week when she'd arrived I'd forgotten what it is that she told me, and she'd be like getting on me all the time. And then my son walks in on us one day and he said, so how do you say hello and goodbye? And Tania goes, okay.
So would you like to draw? So this is for an Auslan horse?
Yeah, that's right on the centre.
Yeah. Number 231.
231. Do you have a name on
I have,
it?
yeah.
231. Right here.
Vivian Pilkington.
Vivian Pilkington. Is she here?
Lisa for coming. And I've begged her and begged her to come here, so I've just come here just to give her a little bit of gratification. So it's okay. I'm actually travelling around Australia and she asked me to come in. I thought, no, I want to come here. So I am a teacher, so I taught for 10 years. I taught the Auslan bilingual classes, so I thought, no, this is time for me. And so Tania gave me a little bit of a tap on the shoulder to come along today, so that's why I'm here. And I'd like to say thank you to the interpreter as well. Finally, so thank you. So thank you for that. So I need to have the interpreter here, so thank you. And thank you too to Georgia. Thank you.